Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Top 5 video. In this video, we will be going over my top 5 bosses that I want to see be reused in Paper Mario Color Splash. I will go over some of their backstory of each of the bosses that I want to see be reused, and I will theorize about what types of attacks they will use during battles since the new game is basically made around the paint world, so most likely the bosses will have different kinds of attacks. So without further ado guys, let's get this started. Number 5. So coming in at number 5 is going to have to be the Koopa Bros. These guys are a rootin' tootin' pack of thugs who want to help Bowser complete his goal in conquering the universe. So what these guys basically do is they make a papercraft-like Bowser statue and try to face off against Mario for the first time in Koopa Bros Fortress. Unfortunately for them, it doesn't really work out very well. And in later parts of the game, you do actually fight them again, but they're not as strong. The way that I see these guys be included in Paper Mario Color Splash is that each of the Koopa Bros will have their own individual color. And what they can do is all shoot different kinds of color at Mario and friends. So the red Koopa Bro could hurt Mario with red paint, the yellow Koopa Bro could hit him with yellow paint, and so on and so forth. And what I'm assuming with these colors is that it's going to be different elements, like kind of like Pokemon. So you can use different kinds of strategies to verse these guys. Like if you have an ability that could knock out the yellow Koopa, you do that. And then maybe after he gets knocked out, he'll give you another power-up that will let you knock out the red Koopa Bro. Who knows? It's really wide open at this point. There's only like 1 minute of gameplay. So it's gonna be very interesting to say the least. So I think that's a really cool idea to have included with those guys. It'll make it for a very nostalgic feel, but also add in the new charm to the Color Splash game. Number 4. So the next boss that I hope that will be included in Color Splash is going to be General Guy from Shy Guy's Toy Box. This boss battle was just the most memorable boss battle that I've ever had to deal with in the Paper Mario games. He is the general of a giant brigade of Shy Guys, and he's trying to stop you from getting the Star Spirit that is at the end of his tunnel. What he does is that he throws all of his brigade at you at the same time. Basically, you have to kill wave after wave after wave until you can finally attack him straight on. But he has some kind of tank that has a giant light bulb on the back, and he can save himself by going inside of that tank and negating damage until you break that light bulb. So what I think he will do when he is reused in Color Splash is that he will get different types of Shy Guys to attack you instead of just the normal ones that are red. He won't be using any more Shy Guys that have giant stilts, and he'll just use different colors of Shy Guys to attack you with different elements. That's going to be a running theme in this game, I'm pretty sure. He might also have a power-up that will let him negate damage to a certain type of color element since he is wearing a white suit. It's a lot like in one of the Final Fantasy games where it's a dice and it replaces its weakness and its strength every so often at every few turns. So that'll make it very interesting for this fight. Not only that, but the light bulb itself would probably be a yellow color, so you could use any other color to defeat the light bulb and then fight the general face on. Apply directly to the face. Number 3. So the next boss that I picked that I want to see be reused in Color Splash is the Crystal King. But with this guy, he doesn't really have much of a backstory, to be honest. All he is like, hey, what's up, I'm here, let's fight. And then you kill him and get the Star Spirit. But the way that they could use this guy in Color Splash would be freaking awesome, because in the battle versing off against him, he creates these orbs of crystals that can attack you every other turn. So to have that implemented inside of Color Splash, but you just change what the crystals are actually made out of, that will make it so that he could use different kinds of color palettes to attack you with. He will basically be a ice elemental boss where you have to fight against him and use your fire damage to win the battle. But not only will it be a change of pace for the player to verse this guy again, but we can have an ice world again that will look really cool. So I'm really hoping that it gets added to Color Splash just because of that, because I really like the atmospheres of the game, and hopefully that could help with the progression and storyline even more. Number 2. So our next boss, unfortunately he's not number 1 because he gets reused a lot. And that reusable character is gonna be the Goomba King himself. Yeah, this guy has been reused so many freaking times that it's getting ridiculous, but I love him to death. I love this guy so much, along with his blue and red Goomba friends. His Goomba guards. He is basically the first boss that you have to face off against in Paper Mario 64, and it's very, very iconic because he has this giant power that you have to face him on. And in the last game that he was reused, which was called Sticker Star, you guys might have heard of that game before. It's a very great game, you should play it. And it's still very iconic. They took away the red and blue Goombas though, which kind of made me sad, but so I hope they bring back the red and blue Goomba from the first game into Color Splash because, hey, they're different colors and they can use different elements just like before. So that would make perfect sense for this game. They will try to attack you with water, and the Goomba King himself will probably just be his normal self and have his guards do his dirty work of the magical sense, the magical paint. Number 1. So you guys have been waiting for this fantastic number 1. Well, here it goes. Drumroll, please. No drumroll. Okay, well, our number 1 boss that I want to see be reused in Paper Mario Color Splash is going to be Huff and Puff. Yes! This guy gave me so much trouble in Paper Mario 64 that I can't wait to fight him again in Color Splash. His electrified cloud body to face off against Mario and his friends once again, which I'm pretty sure that with the new and improved battle mechanic system, it'll add a perfect spice of color to the game itself. Not only will he be able to clone himself and make him a giant shield of other clouds, he will also be able to attack you with some electrical attacks. So Huff and Puff was the big bad boss of Flower Fields, and what he could do was make clouds wherever he wanted with his cloud machine. So what did Paper Mario and friends do? They broke the freaking cloud machine and went up to the top of the clouds itself and defeated Huff and Puff. So I hope somehow he gets evaporated into the next location where Paper Mario will start out in, causing the entire world to be very gloomy and rainy and maybe thunderstormy, who knows? Well guys, thank you so much for watching this top 5 video. If you have a suggestion of what I should do next week, please leave it down below in the comments section. I would really appreciate it. If you have your own top 5 list of what you want to see in the Color Splash game, please leave it down below as well. Thank you all so much for watching this episode, and I will see you all in the next one.